pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll now have the public comment. Anybody? Jackie?
Mike, at the last township meeting, you said you were going to wait until this month's township meeting to hire a lawyer. Yet you called a special meeting to hire one to the tune of $250, $300. How much money did you budget in the township for this lawyer?
None.
You
I
haven't
I didn't do the budget, so
You haven't done anything yet?
no. And there's no cost yet
Okay.
until we use them.
You also said that diesel fuel was missing and you're going to change the locks.
Yeah,
Have you changed the lock?
yeah, on
To
the
the
doors.
tune of what?
Don't know the
We
bill.
didn't get the bill
Didn't
yet.
get the bill yet.
How much diesel fuel was missing?
I don't really know.
Kim, do you have any idea how much diesel
There
fuel?
wasn't any missing that I
There
know
wasn't
of.
any missing that you know of.
That I know of.
But yet you said that there was some missing that Kim said.
The rumor I heard,
The
yes,
rumor you heard.
yes.
Okay, I want
And now you said yourself you've seen trucks over here late at
I
night.
didn't see anybody taking diesel.
All right, well,
But you said you heard it from
right.
Kim.
So I
Kim
thought
said he
best to
didn't hear
change the
it.
lock.
So I want that duly noted,
Well,
okay?
Sure.
All righty, that's about all I need. Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
CELDAP, why didn't we communicate with CELDAP?
We didn't have a solicitor, and I was not comfortable talking to them without a solicitor.
So you're the only one to talk to them?
No, nobody else wanted to. Jim, did you talk
I
to him?
didn't talk to them, no.
You didn't talk to them, Jim, or you didn't want to talk to them?
No, I didn't talk to them. They called on my phone while I was out and I never returned his call.
So for 3 years, CELDAP's been representing the people of this township. In this room, you were here that night when everyone said they wanted CELDAP.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I'll take that back. Sally did. She said it's for you guys' bread and butter, blah, blah, blah. That's not the point. The point is you guys did this purposely, I believe, to drop CELDAP. And
How would I know that, Joe?
I don't know. I don't know how a lot of people in this township know things, Mike.
Well, neither do I,
But-
Joe.
So we
But
lost CELDAP. So now we're gonna drop the lawsuit when 90% of the people in this room, probably 99% of the people in this room.
we're
want it.
we're not suing Seneca. They're suing us. So it isn't our lawsuit to drop. I would like to drop the ordinance, maybe. I don't know. But other than
Well,
that,
the point is we lost our counsel,
well,
the people that were defending us. So what do you mean, well, Mike? That's what the people of this township want. It's not a dictatorship.
huh.
You guys should be doing what the people in the township want.
Well, like I said, we didn't have a solicitor. I was not comfortable talking to them without a solicitor, and so they chose to back out. That's their problem, not
They
mine.
didn't back out.
No,
They
they
need
still
people to
will.
communicate with them.
Well, I understand that they're with the home rule,
You had a
Charter.
solicitor after May 16th, after the special meeting, but then you chose not.
and we wrote them a letter.
Then you chose not to talk to Selden?
We wrote them a letter,
You wrote them a letter.
yeah. And then they said, "Boop, we're done."
At what point did you write them a letter? What time did they get it?
Well, we hadn't talked to the solicitor yet because he was on vacation.
We have a copy of that letter.
Yeah. Do we have a copy of that letter?
I don't have it with me.
I don't have it.
Well, shouldn't it be up here in the township?
Well, I don't have it in front of me, so unless you want me to go find it, I mean, I don't have it in front of me.
Well-
Please.
How far back does this go though? Weren't you guys in charge? You never did anything either. It just kept going on and on and on.
No, we are working with
Marshall.
CELDAP.
Way back. You
Selden,
didn't just say.
They needed input from the township supervisors who represent all of us, and they
And Wolf
didn't
has
get
been
it.
in it the whole time with you, and he didn't see fit to do it either. So don't just
What are you
jump
talking
on
about?
Mike.
Did they just drop it when we're
Oh,
out?
yeah, you
They can't do it on a consensus B1 because that'd be a violation of sunshine law.
So that's what he's blaming, Gage.
No. I'm
All right,
asking
all right,
why-
enough,
he's the
enough,
chairman.
enough.
I had the floor, I believe.
Yes, you did.
And you know the rule.
All right,
You made the rule.
right. Go.
So now we have the township has absolutely nothing to do. The
Well, we
supervisors have
do,
nothing
the
to
insurance
do.
company hired an attorney.
What the insurance company hired an attorney for, what's their purpose?
To, work this out with Seneca.
To protect our water source?
Yep,
Is that what our insurance company's gonna do, is protect our water source?
that's what his job is, to do what he can do.
According to the paper, now did our insurance company hire a firm in Erie to represent us?
Yeah,
So that has nothing to do, our insurance company did that. Did you guys make a motion to have our insurance company hire somebody, but the insurance company took that upon itself?
Can I make a comment on this?
go ahead.
The insurance company hired that attorney a couple years ago. He's been a retainer to that insurance company a couple years ago.
But are they representing the insurance company, or are they representing Highland
They're
Township?
representing Highland Township.
He's representing Highland Township.
Is in the watershed, correct?
Hmm?
Is in the protected watershed.
I really don't know what he's got going on right now, and it's litigation, and we don't have to discuss that right now.
No, but it's
Until we hear back from him. Marcia, you've been up first for a while.
Okay, Zelda did not just actually quit. They did ask for a response. They gave you a timeline. You said you would get within that timeline. You didn't. And then at the same time you got the Erie one, then Zelda. Zelda still will represent us with no charge and still wants to help us as much as they can. Now, this insurance company, I do not feel is gonna really protect our water because they don't wanna have to pay out insurance money.
Well, actually, they're not gonna pay insurance.
No,
We're
they're
not,
supposed to
we're
be.
not covered. We
Okay.
have no insurance
So why are
coverage for
they, so
this.
what are they trying to do?
I don't know.
Well, don't you think you should know if
We
you're a
will.
supervisor?
We will.
Because-
I believe he was the deal maker for the insurance company when we had the ordinance. That's what they were gonna use him for, to make a deal with Seneca.
Right. Well, now he's back. Okay.
So we lost Zelda, we got a new lawyer, but we don't know what our lawyer's doing on our behalf.
He's contacted Seneca, but we have not heard back from him, but, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, I think it was Brian.
Yes, Brian.
Three things. I wanna say thank you to Jim Wolf, Joe Milstead, for supporting us through this injection well fiasco. Okay? We've had a water, first it was a water authority, now it's a water and sewer authority, for probably close to 50 years now. And we've always had our meetings here. And our secretary has had a key for 30 years. We had a meeting last night, and the locks were changed, and you told us at the last meeting, I brought it up, that Sue would get a key.
I didn't say she would. I
Yes,
said
she
we would
did.
talk about it.
You said she would get a key.
You did say that.
So last night, we don't know if we're gonna get in the building or not.
I told
We'll
you I was gonna
always
come up
let
and
you in the
unlock it.
building
I
for
got
your
the
meeting.
I walked across the street to their house and asked her if we were getting a key. She said, I don't know. But she would come up and open the door.
Right. That's the agreement
She
we
came
made.
and opened the door. So then I had to ask if they were gonna come and lock the building. After 50 years of having a key, she said, yeah, we'll be back up to lock the door. I felt sorry for her last night. She was sitting here, I don't know how long, waiting to lock the door.
10 minutes.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. If you wanna run this place like you're running it, it's ridiculous, I'm telling you right now.
Well,
And the third
duly
thing
noted.
is, I wanna know from each one of you, what are your intentions on this?
On what?
Section wall. What are your intentions? I don't wanna hear Mike, I wanna hear each one of you. I wanna hear you tell us what you're gonna do, the people. Jim,
Right now, we're gonna listen to the attorney from the insurance company. He's the only thing we have. The ordinance has not been rescinded. There's been talk about it. we received an email from CellDef and claiming that there's a 70 to 80% chance we're going to lose this lawsuit. And in the same thing, they asked if we wanted them to negotiate a settlement with Seneca. I have a copy, I'm sure if somebody files the right to know form out, Christie can give it to you. Right now, that's where it stands. And I think you were aware of what I brought up to you guys when I called the water company together and said, hey, we got a problem. That's where I stand right now. I want to do,
Who is,
I want to see this injection well go away. What we're doing with it right now, I don't know whether we can win it. I think we're going to lose it. And if we lose it and we get a judgment against the township and the residents, we may have a ton of problems.
are you gonna make it go away with this lawyer from Erie?
We're going to work at it.
And you're not paying this lawyer anything?
The insurance company's paying them.
And who's paying the insurance company?
Well, that's on part of that's part of our policy, the policy that we had.
To what point?
I'd have to look at it and see. I don't know how far he can go and say, yeah, he can get it, but as it stands right now, he is representing Highland Township and the insurance company's paying him.
Who's the insurance company?
Trident.
Okay, Mike, let's hear I wanna hear what you have to say.
Well, I have just about the same thing Jim has to say. No, I don't want our water ruined. I never said that. But I can't sit here and tell the taxpayers that don't want nothing to do with this that your taxes may go sky high and you may lose your property. We need to deal with Seneca. We need to work with them because that's our only option. We know we're not going to win the lawsuit.
You don't know that. We don't know that.
All right, when CellDef themselves said there's a 80% chance you're going to lose it,
That means
that's
there's
a pretty good chance.
That means there's a 20% chance you're gonna win it.
Right, I'm not willing to take the risk on 20%.
Who are you?
What if he was
Yeah.
dying?
What about the rest
Well,
of
why
us?
didn't you guys run for supervisor then and deal with it?
We thought we had a voice being
You do have a voice, but
You're
I'm
hearing my
not,
voice, but you're not listening.
right,
Okay,
I am listening, you're not
I
listening.
haven't heard you say anything for how many meetings you've been up here now? 3?
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, I wanna hear it from your heart, what you're thinking, I wanna hear it.
I'm gonna say this. Our solicitor actually told us that we don't have to discuss pending litigation.
Who's your solicitor?
And Mr. Timothy
Tim-
Bevavino from Warren,
I thought you didn't pay anything to him yet, you haven't hired him yet.
and
He said what?
he said that we are not supposed to discuss pending litigation.
You can't
He's
tell
just
the
asking
people
your
of the
viewpoint.
It's
township
gonna be
anything
in
at
the
this meeting.
paper.
You
We're
can't say
asking your
anything.
viewpoint. How you stand?
Yeah, we wanna hear how
Where
you feel.
stand?
Where do you stand?
That is my comment.
How do you feel?
I answered your question.
No, you
No, you
didn't.
didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
Understand where you're coming from. The other two don't mind saying. You ain't voters.
You didn't say a word.
He's not asking about litigation.
No.
How do you personally feel about the issue?
My personal feelings aren't involved in this.
Yes, sir, you are. Yes, they are.
Personal vendettas. You're not part of this township?
So question, so you guys already talked to the lawyer?
We had a meet and greet, that's all we
You had
had.
a meet and greet with the lawyer, so the lawyer is not charging you anything for the show?
Nope.
But in that informal meet and greet, he told you not to discuss this with the public.
And that's the way it's gonna be.
Not till he gives us an answer
Are
on
we gonna get
what
any
he.
answers?
You will get answers as soon as we get answers. We don't have answers right now neither. It all takes time, doesn't happen overnight. Marcia?
Well, are you trying to negotiate, like, before it was mentioned that we could get our water from Kane? Which if it hits that fault line, or if it leaks, it's gonna ruin Kane's. No,
Well,
But property
that's what
value,
he's
our health,
trying to
everything.
do. We're
trying
not
to what?
talking to Seneca, he is.
Yeah, but is he trying just to appease them so they don't sue us, or I don't believe you're trying to help save our water and our health and our property, because if we don't have good water, we have no value.
Well, if you
Our
can't
property,
live here,
we-
I don't think it's gonna matter.
Do you know where our water comes from?
Yeah,
Do you know how much we pay for our water?
nothing.
Exactly, we pay nothing for our water.
I understand that, Brian. We talked, you and I have talked about
You're
it.
gonna pay for water from somebody else, it's gonna cost, it's
I
not
get a
gonna
water
cost
bill,
you
I
guys,
didn't
it's
know
gonna
nobody else
cost the
did.
authority, and the authority will be gone before you know it. I'm telling you that right now.
What about people with
Matt's
wells?
first.
Well,
Yeah.
shouldn't that be a thing that actually we have something that we want to actually talk to this lawyer that's representing us, that this is what we want? We want a contingency plan in case our water goes down.
Right.
And just freely talking and trying to discuss something with Seneca, you guys should have an outline.
Well, he is going to talk to them, see what they're willing to offer. And then he'll get back with us. So, that's the end of it.
There's still hands up here.
Tom,
Mike, in today's Bradford era, you were quoted as saying, we were going to drop him anyhow, meaning, Selden. I'd like to know at what public meeting that was decided on. I don't
it
remember.
wasn't, that was my personal opinion.
We were
Well-
going to drop him anyhow?
Yeah,
That's just your opinion?
yeah.
It doesn't sound like an opinion.
Cause I don't,
I didn't know who.
I'm not a Cell Def fan, and I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's obvious, but who is we?
Me, myself, and I.
Oh, you misquoted yourself.
Yes, I did. Who else has a question? Sue?
I have a petition from all the area, Highland Township and area, that, want to support cell deaths ordinance, and I'd like to make it part of the record.
Sure.
25 sheets of signatures.
355 people.
All right.
Mike, I have,
Wait.
do you
This is a
realize
copy, we kept the original.
Okay, thank
that Seneca has a water plant that'll clean up the water, and the worst of the worst is gonna be injected up here?
you. Yes, I don't know that. I haven't talked to Seneca. I don't know that. I mean,
we're not
have you
going to
talked?
this
Now, listen,
water.
has somebody here talked to Seneca and they said that's what they're gonna do? No, there's hearsay again.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't talked to them. They haven't told me that.
They've talked to you and Glenn after the meetings before. If you didn't-
Not about that.
Well, I had heard it was guaranteed the injection well was going through.
All right, Kevin.
Mike, getting back to the topic earlier, is Sue gonna get a key for her meetings?
No,
Why?
we
That's
don't.
okay, that's fine,
And,
that's fine.
if she's not gonna get a key, and Christie comes up like she did last meeting for an hour, is she getting paid?
No.
Unlock the door, she's doing her own free time?
Yep.
What if she gets hurt while she's doing that on her own free time?
I don't understand.
Well-
Sue's had a key for 30-some years, and all her records are up here, Mike. This isn't working with the water authority, this is,
Why? The only time you come up here is once a month for a meeting. So what's the problem with that being let in?
But
is that why the fuel, story was all made up? Years on the stealing stuff?
No, it's not why it was all made up.
If we did have a fuel problem, and it is leaking, maybe we should call
There wasn't a
DEP,
fuel
because I
problem,
live
it was
pretty
made
close
up.
to it.
That'd be a good idea.
Well, we'll have Kim stick the tank and leave it open and on Thursday when he goes home, and then stick it again Monday morning and see if it's leaking.
Well, I mean, because it was stated at the
Kim
meeting
does
that
stick
there
tank.
There was fuel missing from the tank. We still don't have what gallons were missing, if there was a police report filed. At the meeting, it was stated that somebody thought, people thought.
Rumors I heard.
Well,
I didn't state a
rumors,
fact,
you
I
should
stated
file
a
something.
rumor.
That's part of the township.
Whatever. Anybody else?
Wondering what's going on with the fire department. I was wondering what's going on with the fire department.
I don't
There
know.
was a meeting with Mr. Holt through Glenn, talking in your behalf about eliminating the fire department in James City.
yes, there was.
That's a rumor.
I'm working for the people. I'm working for the people.
Well,
You happy, Glenn?
That's a rumor.
You
I
did
did
go talk to Mr. Holt
talk to
about
Mr. Holt.
eliminating the James City Fire Department. Would they back us? encumber us. Yes, he did.
No.
Was there discussion?
No.
Was this something brought up at a meeting for you to go out on your own whim?
No, first off,
and
let
have
me,
this discussion?
let me answer your
I didn't hear
question,
anybody at
okay?
the meetings saying about it.
Mike, I'm gonna be nice.
All right, let him explain.
Let me answer your question, okay? I was appointed by the judge on the 22nd of April, okay? I wasn't sworn in until the 25th of April. I went and talked to Mr. Holt in those couple of days before that. So I wasn't a supervisor at that time.
It was worded to him on you and Mike's behalf.
Well, if that's what you were told, you were told, if that's what you were told, you were told wrong. If that's what you were told, you were told wrong.
You didn't go to talk to him about it in the first place.
I can talk to anybody I choose to talk to.
Personal vendetta.
I can talk to anybody that I choose to talk to.
Len, why would you even go up when you weren't even sworn in? Why would you even take that upon yourself to go and talk about? I mean, would you elaborate a little bit what your
Matt,
modus operandi was there?
I can talk to anybody I want to talk to, and I did it before I was sworn in as a supervisor. End of story.
So you apparently wanna get rid of the fire department. Why?
I did not say anything about getting rid of the fire department.
Misty?
On that, I had talked to, I hadn't heard any rumors as part of the fire department, as an officer of the fire department. Hadn't heard any rumors about it, it was all quiet. I had approached Mike, I heard about it, I approached Mike at home, talked to Mike about it. Mike had notified me that it was not him that did it, he didn't know anything about it. The very next day, I was approached by the Kane Borough Council about taking over Highlands Fire Department. So if you weren't acting as a supervisor, did you lead them to believe that you were?
No, I did not.
Why would you wanna do that anyway?
You
Even
stated
as a
you weren't a
citizen, why
supervisor.
would you wanna do that anyway?
Again, I was appointed on a Friday, the 22nd.
I didn't ask
I
you as a
didn't take
supervisor,
office
but I
until
said,
Monday,
ask
the
you
25th.
as a person, why
I
would you
talked
want do that anyway?
to Mr. Holt on Saturday, the
day after you were
23rd.
appointed.
The day after you were
You
appointed.
introduced yourself to him as the supervisor.
No, I did not.
You did.
No, I did not. Yeah, Mr. Smith was back here.
So
John,
the rumor mill
John,
flies
you were,
again.
you were there.
Let's,
Did I at any time
enough
say
of
that I
this.
was gonna shut the fire department down?
On behalf of you and
Exactly what I said.
Yeah, well,
Hold on,
that
Mike,
is
I'm gonna
not
address
true.
this.
It's a rumor mill, and I've had enough of the rumors, enough of this conversation.
I'm gonna address this. John was there. John, did I say I was gonna shut the fire department down? No. I said, we would like to have the DECD come in and see if it is more feasible to contract Kane than it would be to have what we have. Is that true, John?
How much do you spend a year on that fire department right now?
Well, what right does he have to even do that?
He does that.
What right does he have to do that?
What right did you have to do that?
He could start a petition like you guys all start petitions.
Then that'd be the best thing to do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Instead
But he's gotta get his information first. More than what some of
All right, on one last word on this, and that is it. We have not sat up here and or thought about or talked about doing anything about the fire department. It's rumor mill, of course, again.
Well,
We're not-
rumor mill, Mike, if
Huh?
he said he went and talked to him.
Right. He didn't do it as a supervisor. I didn't do it. Jim didn't do it. We've never even mentioned it.
Do you plan on shutting down Highland Fire Department?
No. I already told you that before.
I just wanted it.
Because I can tell you one thing, we bust our ass down at that fire hall out in the middle of winter time. Directing traffic, we work well with Kane, shutting the hill down. Who else is out gonna be out there at 3 o'clock in the morning when it's minus?
I understand that, Bill, and we definitely, everybody in this township appreciates what you guys do. But, there's a rumor mill, needs to be quelled.
There's no
So-
rumor. He went there and talked to him. That's not a rumor.
Not as a supervisor, I didn't, Jim didn't.
Right, Mike?
Hmm?
He didn't say what they're saying, he said, because John over there is with this.
Right.
I apologize for that part. What was
So,
that?
all right,
What did you say?
end of it, end of it, hey, end of it.
No, what bunch
End of it.
Because you guys take the seats and you
Hey,
guys stand here
hey,
for a bunch.
Hey, nobody has the floor here. All right, any other public comments?
Mike, I have one question.
Sure, Mike.
About a year and a half ago, I asked Mr. Wolf, how many cases CellDef has ever won? Jim, you told me you'd get back to me on that. Can you tell me now how many they've ever won? As of right now, Mike, I see one. One? One. Which one? One in New Mexico, wasn't it?
Actually, it was in
Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Well, not even in this country. Well,
That's one more than I ever won.
Now, what about Grand Township, what about Warren, the city of Warren?
Same area as the same area as
Mike, I had the floor. Can you keep him shut?
Yes.
there?
Yes. Go ahead, Mike.
That's my information, Mike. So in other words, it took me a year and a half and I had to ask you a year and a half later. Yeah, you're right. Anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to say something. The only thing that's protected your water in the last 3 years has been that ordinance. And we know that Seneca wants to put an injection well in there and bring this shit from all over Pennsylvania and dump it in there. We know that. The only thing that's protecting that water is that ordinance. Think about that.
That's right.
Duly noted. Anyone else? Marcia.
What happens when the people start getting sick and the property value goes down when our contamination? Seneca's selling off their stuff. They're not gonna be sticking around. So they can be just like the other oil companies around the United States, they promise.
Well, I don't know, that
and they
hasn't
leave.
happened, so I can't answer that. Anybody else?
Yeah, Mike, just to get something on the record, what are we gonna do about the diesel fuel problem?
We change the locks, nobody can get in the building.
You change the locks?
There's only 3 people have keys.
State police, if we think that we actually got diesel fuel stolen?
No, because it was a rumor.
A question about the locks. Which one of you are going to come up here at 2 o'clock in the morning when the fire truck needs fuel?
Any,
I thought we were gonna
Christie
do gas
will?
cards. I thought they were gonna have gas cards.
And we're also gonna give you guys a gas card for
We already
Kane.
have a gas card.
Well,
Huh?
what's the deal?
We already have a gas
So,
card.
so you want.
But in an emergency situation, somebody will let you in.
How do I get a hold of anybody? Do I just knock on
My
your door?
sister, yes, if you have to. Anybody else? Okay, we'll continue on. Oh, sorry.
We're having an issue with the water runoff in our house.
Oh,
There is no ditches, so whenever it pours, it is running right in front of our house and completely flooding our house. So we need either a catch basin put in or something. We've done everything we could on our end. It's up to you guys now because it's not our water, it's the runoff water.
okay.
Where's it at?
Right at the intersection of Washington and Delaware.
I've been down there.
Which,
They are getting some water from the other side of the road. We will take care of that. I did do some checking, and that the only way we could do it is put a catch basin in and run the pipe down around the corner in front of Hooter McDowell's into that catch basin. But there's 2 cement driveways. They have one, and Carl Ritter has one, and his is heated.
Hey, Mike, I was supposed to have a catch basin and work done at my house 2.5 years ago. It's not done yet,
well,
so good luck.
I don't know how we're gonna,
Wouldn't it be easier, Mike, to take them pipes back out of the ditch and put the ditch back where it should be?
well,
I don't think there's any pipes in that ditch.
yeah.
I don't think there is.
And then, and the ditch that he would need to put in, there was never a ditch there.
Can I speak on this for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, it actually is an easy fix, and everybody can keep their yard and things the way they want. I don't think that the front part of that driveway is heated, which is on the township property, and the front part of mine is cut too for that reason, if they would ever have to dig through there on the very front on the township right away. And it's actually not that far, and it wouldn't have to be like a 12-inch pipe, maybe 8 inch to go around the corner and resolve the problem. We had 8 inches of water in our entranceway. each time it rains like that, and that's the third time in 10 days.
But, we'll have to contact, because, I mean, what if we do break the cement?
I think Carl's gonna be home in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be a pain, and I'm not
I don't
asking
think
for
it's
very
seeing
much.
either,
And,
I'm not sure, but.
even if the front part is, it's cut on the right of way,
Yeah.
but it's cut on the right of way.
Partial part of the city.
Right. Because I don't think it's gonna resolve it to ditch it, and also, we got pictures, I mean, there's 8 inches in that entrance where it should.
Right. But we put a catch basin in and run a pipe down.
Down on the
There's a
corner.
catch basin down
The
the
catch
corner.
basin on that corner don't do no good because it floods my basement.
Well, we'd have it, run into the ditch in front of, Hooner's house.
It all runs down my sidewalk.
Well, it depends on where your paper is and things like that, but as long as it's piped and works from our grade point, it would.
All right, well, we'll have
Because
to,
I don't want it to go anywhere else, as long as you're gonna work with it, otherwise, it's gonna, you know, and we paid to burn the road down here.
right, well, we'll look at it, but Kim's gonna be gone for a week, and, we won't be able to look at anything for a week.
Mike,
Joey?
I don't know if it was 1 year or 2 years ago, but yeah, Kim was supposed to go around James City and look at all the water. Was that report ever done?
I don't know. Kim?
We took care of the water problem up to their house, it's probably back now. It was all coming from.
No, this was the whole town. You were supposed to go around and check because someone mentioned digging up the ditches.
Digging up all the ditches?
Yes, and you said that was gonna be an awful lot of work.
Well,
But you were supposed to go around and check and see who was getting water and who wasn't, and what you could do.
Well, we can only go by complaints that we receive. And then we'll address them, which I know you have one, and Pat has one, so.
Oh, no, they were
we'll-
supposed to do Kentucky Avenue. I don't care anymore.
Marcia?
Did you guys get a hold of Diane Buster about the water situation? You guys said the last meeting you would get a hold of them and see if you could do anything? Because when Seneca uses their water.
Oh, no, we did, and there was a letter sent out, I did look at that, and they admitted that before that well was ever there, for 5 years in a row, the well dried up at the same time of year.
That's funny, because she called and talked to me today.
Well, they had
I've seen
DEP
the-
there also,
Yeah.
Marcia.
Yeah, and they just they can't afford to fight it.
Right, but they admitted that their well dried up before Seneca even put that water well there.
Wow.
Their well dried up for 5 years in a row, it's in a report from the DEP,
Okay, thank you.
so, okay. Anybody else? All right, moving on, I'll make a motion to, approve the minutes, treasurer's report and balance sheet.
I'll second it.
Motion carried. Okay, first on the list is, we have a notice of payment from, state police fines and penalties. That payment was $587.11. And, we got it on June 1st. Letter here from the Elk County Planning Office. They have extended the deadline for 2016 CDBG applications until August 11th, 2016. And you guys are applying for one, right?
Yes, and we'll need one of you guys, the chairman, to sign the paperwork and get it ready.
Okay, yep,
Chairman of the supervisor and chairman of the board.
okay,
We need to get some cost estimates first.
okay. Yep.
And then there
Okay,
are some people that haven't answered their door. I don't know if they think, you know, it's real difficult or anything. You just do above or below, and you put an envelope and they have a box, so I don't have to see it. So to reinforce, it's to help the township.
right, okay. That sounds good. And we have a letter here from National Fuel, that they are applying for, reapplying for a Department of Environmental Protection facility-wide air quality permit renewal at its Bowen compressor station, which is out on Highland Road right beside Bowen's farm.
That's that new facility they put in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, yeah, big one. Got a letter here from Elk County Flood Mitigation. They're requesting to forward any known areas in your municipality where there has been repeated problems during high rain events which have caused property damage, stream degradation, road or bridge damage, etc. We understand we've had some unusually severe storms in a relatively short period of time, but the focus will be the more consistent areas that have had longer term historical problems. So, Kim, if you have anything for that. Yeah, it was real bad that one year. We got a letter here from the Ridgeway Elk County Chamber of Commerce wanting us to be a member, but we don't do that, I guess. We have a letter here from Winter. They are Winter Equipment. They are now part of the CoStars program. They deal with plow parts and stuff, all winter stuff, I guess. So,
They're
you ever
from
need
Ohio.
them?
They're from Ohio, did you notice that? It's unusual for
Winter Equipment. Will be Ohio. Next, the Elk County Chamber of Commerce is having their annual picnic on Wednesday, July 27th. If anybody's interested, tickets are available at the Chamber office for $40 per person, or $45 at the gate. If anybody's interested in that. And we have the minutes from the Elk County Commissioners meeting. If anybody's interested in reading them. Okay, committee reports. Marcia. Oh.
Letter I. Letter I, have an application renewals.
I don't have it.
No, because I don't give those guys.
Oh.
The only time I give them to you is if they're Highland Township.
All right, there's permit application renewals from Seneca Resources and R&N Resources.
Seneca is Jones Township and R&N is Sheffield Township.
What was that?
R&N is Sheffield Township and Seneca is Jones Township.
Okay, Seneca's Jones Township and R&N is Sheffield.
Right.
Okay. All right, now, Marcia.
Okay, I'm getting ready for the car show, selling raffle tickets. I have one for a water fountain and a garden bench. And we're having a dunk tank. And we're having a pole climbing contest, cake and pie contest, and some kids' games and stuff. So, hope everybody comes to it and joins.
All right, very good.
What day?
July 2nd.
July 2nd.
Saturday.
Okay.
Starts, registration's 10 to 12, and 12 to 3 is car shows, and trophies, and prizes, and everything. And there should be some vendors there, too.
Okay,
I'll give you a flyer.
very good. Misty?
Okay, just the two committees, the fire department's treasurer's reports. Here. And here is a copy of our home rule. Our study commission, our first meeting minutes. Our second meeting will be held on June 23rd at 7 o'clock at the Highland Sportsman's Club. There's our minutes from the first meeting, and here is a copy of our 2016-2017 budget.
Okay. Thank you. See, for your treasurer's report, for the fire department, starting balance of $6,571.77. Expenses, $3,460.60. Ending balance, $311,017. And, that was for air bottles for the Scott air packs.
Yes, we ordered 4 brand, or every 15 years we have to replace our air bottles. And this year, we had 4 of them that was 15 years old.
Mhm.
So we bought brand new air bottles.
Okay, thank you. Kim?
Still working on roads and ditches.
Okay, in case anybody's wondering, Kim's gonna be gone for a week and Tom will be gone for a week, maybe longer, so.
Mike, I got a question. Today I went down the road toward Windy City and somebody's down there with a roller. Do you know anything about it?
No, I don't, I haven't been
You don't,
down
Kim?
there.
No, I don't.
Unless the Forest Service is grading roads, they might be.
I didn't know who. Forest Service is gonna grade Forest Road 152. And it ought to be pretty soon from Russell City clear over to Wolf Run or better. They should be in there. Yeah, that's, it's what's his name? Duffy from Coudersport, I think, has the contract on that.
Right.
Are these guys gonna be gone at the same time? What are you gonna do in an emergency?
Well, then call me. If there's an emergency.
An emergency,
I'm
we'll step up.
More than happy, so. Kevin?
Yeah.
A couple meetings ago, Brian brought up about the Act 13 money, and you said you're gonna look into it for the water authority.
Right, we haven't received it yet.
We haven't even received any notification on how much we get yet, Kevin.
Marcia?
We got the porta potties, you said you were gonna get them?
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna be making a motion here under old business, so. Okay.
Are you guys insured to go, I mean, yes, like there was a
Yes.
bad windstorm? You can
Yes.
go out and do stuff?
Yep.
Hey, Mike, whoever brought that roller in, drove it right down the road though. I don't know who it was. This morning they drove right in on the road the whole way down.
I would have to assume it's somebody contracted to the Forest Service to grade the
Is there a
road.
name on the roller?
No, there's no marking, no company markings on the roller. It's sitting down the first road on the right down.
But the Forest Service is grading roads, and they're gonna do that back in there. That,
All right, okay, old business, there were some complaints about the property on Virginia Avenue. And, we went and, talked to him and, he's working on it. At least got the junk car that was in pieces. He's working on it, so it's looking a little better. The next thing we need to talk about is the county aid that we, liquid fuels, an extra $9,000 in liquid fuels money, right, that we can get from the county. We have to come up with a project for that, and since we're low on money for anti-skid, we're gonna need to put a bid out for that, and we can put that $9,000 towards the anti-skid. How soon do we need to do that?
Sooner the better, because it's pretty much first come, first served, so the sooner you order it, then you're in line when the time comes for them to deliver. So.
All right, so whenever you get back next week, we'll work on bidding out anti-skid. Okay, now we agreed to rent porta potties for Marcia for her thing. And I make a motion that we rent them.
is this, how long this for? Just for the
3 days.
3 days? How about the rest of the year? We're gonna furnish them with
I
a
asked
port.
for the whole year because kids come up there and grandmothers and their grandkids, if there could be one porta potty
then,
I wouldn't need two for my car show. If I could just have one so grandparents don't have to run their kids home, and I've seen it.
but if we have one there all year, we have to
Not
have,
all year.
this, well,
I'm just saying all
any
summer
longer.
until, we usually have it in summer, beginning of summer until October 30th after I have my Halloween thing. It's what we've been doing every year and it's worked out fine.
Well, yeah, but I thought it was my understanding that we had to have a disabled.
But I got for that, for the same price, I got for $70 for a handicap. So if we just would have the handicap, we don't have to have two.
All right.
We could just have one and have it for the whole summer.
And that's $70 a month?
Yeah. And then whenever it needs empty.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair assessment, and that gets us out of the liability of bathrooms.
What?
We can't put one there for more than a couple of days.
Why?
Why?
Christie, you wanna?
Lynn, can you speak up?
Because that's what they, when I talked to, oh, jeez Louise, Tracy down at, planning, she said that we can't, I'm trying to remember how she explained it, I mean, trying to remember how she explained it.
Speak up.
You guys
Can't
put me
hear
on the
you.
spot. Give me a minute, I'm trying to think here. She was more or less worried about the, you have to have, I don't know, I have to look back, I'll have to call her again, because she explained it to me why you can only have it for a couple of days.
Is that something new?
No, this is the way it's always been, we just didn't get caught before, but.
I talked to Tracy 4 times.
I mean,
just
that's
recently.
fine, you guys, I don't know, do
And
what
she
you
said
want.
it was fine.
Do what you want.
And she suggested the handicap for the whole year.
Yeah, she said you have to have a handicap one.
Yeah, and I talked to her about the time, and we've done it every year, and I just talked to Tracy when I went down for the survey. I had to go talk to her again, so I talked to her 4 times about it, and she said it was fine. And
Will the handicap suffice for the show?
Yeah.
And then
If I can have it for the whole summer so other
Yeah,
people can use
I
it.
think it was,
anytime
all
they-
it was is as long as you're handicap accessible, then you can have it.
Yeah.
Alright,
But they
then.
just have to be
That's all I'm
handicap
asking for is
accessible.
one
That's all it
handicap.
was.
All right, I'll make a motion
Thank
that
you.
we do that.
I'll second it.
Okay.
They can allow
Motion
ladies
carried.
out. It's awful
Well, I'm
to see with
sure.
their strollers going through those rocks.
Just gotta
and
remember,
doing
we
it.
budgeted $200.
Did you ever look into that grant, that information I gave you?
Yeah, because they have to have a survey first for any of this stuff.
That grant would pay for the engineering on that also.
Yeah, well, last year I had an engineer tell me everything, but then it got squished.
Okay, moving on, new business,
One question on our old business. Did we order the signs for no admittance that we said we were gonna do as far as changing the law?
yes, we did.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else? All right, new business, report that we had an executive session on May 24th to discuss litigation. No decisions were made, and we've already talked about that, earlier, actually. So,
No decisions were made.
no decisions were made.
What did you have an executive session? I just didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
I can't hear either.
What was the issue?
You had
We
an
just,
executive-
we just met with the insurance company's lawyer, that's all. We didn't make, or,
Met with our attorney that the insurance company's paying for.
right, well, all right.
We didn't hear
But
Glenn.
no decisions were made. It was our attorney now that the insurance company is paying for. Okay,
Say that again, please. Say it again.
I said we had a meeting with, it's our attorney now that the insurance company pays for.
You had a meeting with your solicitor?
No, the attorney from the insurance company.
How'd you do that without your solicitor?
We
You
didn't,
couldn't do anything with Selveth without a solicitor.
we didn't do nothing with CellDef with him neither.
That was after you chose a solicitor too.
And, our solicitor couldn't be there because he was on vacation. Most of the time.
Sponsor was on vacation for 3 years, wasn't he?
Yeah.
All right, I'll make a motion to review the bills.
I'll
I got
second it.
one more question, please, just about, cell debt. When you guys meet with this attorney or whatever, is the township been allowed to be there? When you make a decision, I'm not asking you, Christie.
I know who you're talking to, Joe. I'm not,
Shaking
I'm
your
not
head
deaf.
no.
Then don't look at me.
Are we gonna be able to be there, or are you guys gonna solicit the township's input before you make a decision, is my question.
Well, yeah, we'll decide that when we do hear from him, because we don't know what we're gonna hear from him. We don't have a clue.
But we
I
could-
wished I had a
You're
clue.
gonna have that at a public meeting to bring up what the solicitor recommended that you do, and have a public vote on it in front of the people to make your decision.
No, probably not.
According to the sunshine law, you can't make any decisions outside of a public meeting.
Right, but, we're gonna
Not
talk
making
to him
decisions.
first. We can't, of course, we can't tell him he can do whatever it is
Without what?
without being said at a public meeting, right.
So that's on the record, you're gonna make a decision without a public meeting.
No, we're not making I said we're not making a decision with that, unless we have a public meeting.
And Mike, can you get something from the new solicitor saying what there's different regulations as far as when you're under litigation, what you have to disclose at public meetings? Can you get something from them in writing or something?
Yes,
Just
we'll
saying
do
what
that.
you have to discuss and what you don't.
We'll do that and have it presented
Yeah, but how
at
can
the
we do
next
anything
meeting.
from, we don't have any money budgeted to pay them?
Mike, I've been thinking about that since the meeting started here. There is some money in the budget, let me tell you how we can get it. We actually budgeted for Mr. Burton's insurance, and he's currently not here, so there is some money you can move around if we need to.
Yeah,
When there's $789.75 paid back, what happens to that money?
refund from the,
Refund from
We're
what?
gonna brass it paid.
Oh, we didn't get that yet. We haven't gotten that check yet.
oh. We will be getting it. All right. Anybody else?
Oh, did you already make a motion to review the bills? Oh, yeah, you
Yes,
did.
I
Okay,
did.
okay.
Okay, Kane Republican advertisement, $2.34. Kane Republican advertisement, $27.30. You want to
Oh,
sign?
do you got a pen?
No, I don't have a phone.
You can both sign, I'll read. West Penn Power, street lights, it's a double bill, $873.82. Comcast, phone fax, $149.13. Silver Script Insurance Company, Kim's RX, $21. Kane Community Hospital, $70 for drug tests. Seneca Auto, $23.52 for garage parts.
Mike, can I ask one more question? When the lawyer does render his decision, do you guys have to have a special meeting to do that? Are you guys gonna make that at a normal?
I don't know, depends on
Well, do you
when
guys-
it is
do
and
you
what
come
he
to
says.
consensus and say we'll have a special meeting at 7 o'clock so everybody can attend?
What's that?
Do you think you can just say, if it does come to that, and the lawyer does render a decision, you have to have a special meeting?
Right.
Could you say that you'd have that at 7 o'clock so the majority
Yeah.
of city people can attend?
Sure. Fry Communications, Bolton's, $82. Capital Administrators, Vision, $44.15. Sam Moran, Commission, $32.13. CW Hardware, $3.38. Garage Supplies. Dave Saw Shop, $57.80. Saw parts. H.A. Berkheimer, $94.19. Commission. Christy Regal, $65 for meeting, $96 for meeting mileage and supplies. Glen Hewling, 6606 June meeting, 6606 May special meeting. Mike Dage, 6605 meeting, 6606 meeting. Jim Wolf, 6605 and 16566 for meetings and RX.
Where's yours? I didn't sign yours.
You can sign one. You can sign yours.
Mike, can we try not to have a special meeting for the next thing so it doesn't cost the township more to have to pay everybody?
If we can, depends on how important it's gonna be, I guess. I would prefer not to. I really don't care to have 2 meetings in a month. All right, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second it.
Meeting adjourned.